Hi, I'm Gabriel, and this is Learning English Path. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you 5 steps to stay motivated when learning English. Learning English can be a long, hard path. This is why this channel is called Learning English Path, because there's no 5 easy steps, no 5 simple steps. Okay, I'm going to give you 5 steps today to stay motivated to continue to learn English, because learning another language is a lifelong journey. In fact, learning English for me is a lifelong journey, because there's still so many thousands of words that I don't know. Okay? And so for you, if you are a non-native English speaker, if you are an English learner, then this will definitely take the rest of your life. And you need to stay motivated to continue to learn English, right? Because it can get so difficult. I know, I learn Chinese. I'm studying Chinese. I have been for years. And I know how tough it is to stay motivated to learn another language, especially if you're busy, right? If you are a working person, if you have a family, maybe you have children, maybe you're a student and you have many other subjects that you're learning. Or maybe you're studying English at university, but it's so hard because it's such a stressful situation for you to continuously pass all of these exams because your future depends on it, right? Maybe not. Maybe you love it, and that's fantastic. That's what I want you to do. I want you to love the process. That's what this is about. But if you are struggling and you need some motivation, and sometimes we all do, then I have a few suggestions for you. Okay? But first of all, what is motivation anyway? What does it mean to be motivated to do something? It means that you have the heart to do it. You have the will to do it, right? And it's not about pushing yourself to do something that you don't want to do. That's not what it is at all. It's about being pulled to do something that you really want to do. Because when you have that energy, when you're motivated in that way, that is when you will make the most progress. That is when you will start speaking English fluently. I promise you. Or make the transition from intermediate to advanced level English. Or from advanced to expert. Okay? When you're motivated by this pull. Now, let's separate some different kinds of motivation. There's internal motivation versus external motivation. Internal motivation is the motivation that comes from inside, right? Internal, inside of yourself. And then there's external motivation. It's coming from outside of yourself. This is something like a reward. If you're motivated maybe by a good grade at school, or a new job, or you're motivated by having a new friend, right? This is an external motivation. Or maybe you say, okay, if I learn 100 words this week, I will give myself a nice dinner on Saturday night, right? That is an external motivation. Internal motivation, this is when you do it because you enjoy the feeling of learning something, okay? This is a motivation that comes from within. When you learn a new language, it's a reward in itself. The learning is the reward, okay? And that's what you really want. Why? See, external motivation is okay in the beginning. It's really good to get you started, okay? But what's really going to last a long time is the internal motivation, the internal reward of learning itself, because external rewards, they come and they go. And then you have to keep thinking of new ones, right? But what if you reach an external motivation and then you say, okay, you know what? That reward, that was great. That dinner was great. That exam, I passed it. Now I don't want to study anymore. Well, then you're not going to improve anymore, right? But if you have an internal motivation, then you might pass that exam, but you will want to continue to get better and better and better because you already have tasted that delicious reward on the inside, which is learning. Okay, so that's what you want. There's another distinction between motivations, okay, and that is positive motivation versus negative motivation. Now, it does not mean good and bad, okay? It means positive motivation is when you will get something, you will get a reward, whether it's external or internal, it's still positive motivation, okay? Negative motivation, this is when you don't want to lose something, right? So you can think of it in different ways because actually it's a matter of perspective. Your positive motivation could be, I want to get that job. The negative motivation could be, if I don't learn English, then I won't get the job I want. Okay? So these are two different forces. These are two different kinds of motivation. And actually, professional psychologists have found that negative motivation is more effective for students learning something. It's more effective it's in general more effective than positive motivation because people do not want to lose things, especially something they already have. They do not want to lose it. Positive motivation, it's okay, it's good. People want what they don't have, but when you tell them, if you don't learn this, I will take something away from you, then that will really motivate them to learn it. Okay? So it can be very effective in that way. However, there is one caveat to that. There is one thing that you should know about that. And that is that when you do learn what you're supposed to learn, and you don't lose what was threatened to be taken from you, you don't get that great feeling of fulfillment like you do when you have a positive motivation. If you have a positive motivation, maybe it's not as powerful as the negative motivation, but when you achieve it and you get that reward, whether it's internal or external, you feel wonderful that you did it and you got something new. Okay? So, they are both important. It's good to have positive motivation and negative motivation. So keep that in mind. Now here are the steps, okay? Step number 1 is remind yourself of your vision. What is vision? Vision is when you see something, right? If I see you, if you see me, then we are in each other's vision, right? So what do I mean when I say remind yourself of your vision? Well, a vision can also be a vision on the inside of the future. So your vision might be you making a speech in English, or it might be you dating someone who speaks English, or it might be you passing an exam, or it might be just you talking with lots of English people, or it might be you going abroad to another country and traveling around the world speaking English. That can be a very powerful vision, an internal vision, a vision on the inside. When you have that and you continue to remind yourself of that, that is your motivation. Now that can be external, but also you have the feeling connected with it, the feeling of speaking with other people in English, and that is internal. So in a way, your vision can be both external and internal motivation, right? And also positive and negative, because you don't want that vision taken away from you, and you're also moving towards it. You need a vision. It's an awesome motivation. Okay, so that is step number 1. You have to have a vision on the inside. Step number 2 is you need to make clear goals. Goals. So, do you watch football, soccer? Right? What are the teams trying to do? They're trying to score a goal, right? Well, with your English, your goal is whatever it is for you, right? To maybe the final goal is to reach a C1 level fluency, right? Or B2 level. Or maybe it's to go abroad or pass or get into a college or get a job, right? But then you divide that into smaller goals. So every month, maybe you're going to become fluent in 5 different kinds of conversations. Maybe you're going to learn a certain amount of words. Maybe you're going to learn new grammar points. So this month, I'm going to learn the future continuous. Next month, I will learn the future perfect continuous, right? So those are some examples. So you can divide it into months, then into weeks, and then even into days. So you can have daily goals. So maybe your daily goal will just be to study English for 30 minutes every day, right? you would be amazed at how effective that can be over a long period of time. Okay? Goals, very important. Step 3 is to surround yourself with support. Support. What is support? So if you go to any website and you're trying to do something and you don't know how to do it, maybe there's a button there on the website that says support. You click support and you can get help from someone, right? Give yourself some kind of support. It can be friends who are also learning English. It can definitely be a teacher. It can be me, right? You can join our Facebook group and ask me questions. Get support and get someone to give you feedback. Give someone to not just give you feedback on your English, but someone who can encourage you as well. You need other people around who have similar goals to you, who are also trying to learn English. And when you have that together, that can be amazing support. Okay? So, step number 4, track your progress. All right? Track your progress. If you learn 100 new words in a week, make sure you have somewhere where you have those words written down, and maybe you have a calendar or a checklist. So every day you can write down, did I study English? Yes. Check. How many words did you learn? 5 or 10 or 2. It doesn't matter. Okay? Check. Okay? You track your progress, and over several months, even over several weeks, it starts to get really fun. First few days, in fact, if you track your progress every day and you see, wow, I'm really starting to make progress now, that can build a very strong internal motivation because you want to continue that progress, okay? Measure it. Track your progress. And step number 5, make it fun. All right? Really, make it fun. Don't sit down every day and just write words down and make it a chore. It's not supposed to be a chore. If you don't enjoy the journey, then you won't be motivated. This is about how to stay motivated. So give yourself games, all right? Make games out of learning English. Again, talk with friends, people who you enjoy talking with. Tell jokes in English. Learn songs in English. Watch movies that you like in English. Read books that you like in English. Make it fun for yourself. Learn new things that you like to learn about, but learn them in English. Whatever you have to do, make it fun for yourself so that it's not something that you don't want to do. Motivate yourself. You can make a board game, okay? And I teach you how to do that in a couple of my courses, in fact. But anyway, those are the 5 steps. Remember that momentum is very powerful. What is momentum? Momentum is that force that keeps you going, okay? It means that you're for example, if you have a ball and you roll it down a hill, the ball will start rolling faster down the hill, right? Because it's going with momentum. You see? But if you don't have a hill and you just roll the ball, you don't have momentum. It's not going to keep going faster and faster. But if you give yourself that push and you have the gravity to pull you to something, a vision, a motivation, That creates momentum, and the whole process becomes enjoyable. Do you understand? All right. Remember that if you just focus on the destination, then you won't be motivated to keep going on the journey, because the destination, you'll never reach there. English is a never-ending journey. So don't be focused so much on the destination. Be focused on the journey, step by step. Enjoy every step, because that is what's going to keep you moving forward, okay? And if I can help in any way, join our Facebook group. The Facebook group is in the description. Remember, if you haven't got your free PDF on 101 songs to learn English, I have incredible exercises there. It's a fantastic resource. Check that out and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will keep you motivated. Hit the notification bell. Okay, give this video a like if you liked it. And keep learning, my friend, and keep going.